I am going to lie down for a rest. Do not disturb me.
You unlock the oak cabinet using the brass key. Inside, you find the wizard's magic wand. You take it with you, knowing it could mean death if he finds it missing. You quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence. You add the thimbleful of dew to the bowl. You add the dog fur to the bowl. You measure 1 spoonful of ground fish scales and add it to the bowl. The dry, thin snake skin is extremely fragile. You add the snake skin to the bowl. The chicken feather is small and light, no more than a piece of fluff. You add the chicken feather to the bowl. You mix the bowl's contents by hand until they become doughy. With trepidation, you prepare to recite the Understanding the Language of Creatures incantation.
Fur of beast and reptile skin, with scale and feather too thrown in, grant me sense to comprehend animals of water, earth, and wind.
You wave the magic wand over the bowl. You carefully divide the mixture into 2 pieces and place the dough pieces in your ears. You will now be able to understand the speech of the animals, birds, and fish. You will not, however, be able to speak to them. The spell will last as long as the dough is in your ears. You're carrying a handful of sand from the desert. You add a handful of sand to the flask. You're carrying a handful of fertile soil from the Bear family's garden. You add a handful of fertile soil to the flask. You shake the flask's contents until they are thoroughly mixed. You wave the magic wand over the flask. With trepidation, you prepare to recite the Enhancing Musical Talent incantation.
Earth bearing fruit from one's toiling hands, with patience of timeless, swift sifting sands, swirl through endurance, soaked salty with seas, permit me to please all musically.
You feel the contents of the flask stir slightly as you finish the incantation. You quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence. You carefully replace the magic wand exactly as you found it. The cabinet door locks as you shut it. You pull out your magic map. You feel a strange pulling sensation.
Scram!
There is no answer. Just right. So you take it with you. A battered sign reads, Tavern.
What'll it be for you, sir? A good pull of ale, or you rather a dram of rum? My, ain't you the handsome one?
Wench! Come over here, more ale!
Through the window, you see the village and the woods beyond. There's an authentic tavern atmosphere in here. Why ruin it with fresh air? The town tavern is a haven for visitors, reputable and otherwise, to engage in behavior suitable and otherwise. Two surly men sit drinking ale. They see you looking at them and glare back. You peer into the window, but cannot make out the dim interior. It's not wise to mix magical ingredients without instructions. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. You overhear snatches of the two bandits' conversation.
Squirmed just like a pig. And that rope you rigged inside that big oak tree works great. Now nobody here will find our hideout. Why? I'll bet you that wizard.
Wench! Come over here, more ale!
Your spell is wearing off. The many beautiful trees and bushes bring a sense of peace to this forest. You bend down and look into the small hole. It's too dark inside to see anything. You feel around inside the hollow tree and discover a rope stretching up into the tree. You pull it and, to your amazement, a rope ladder falls from the branches above. It seems that even those bandits associate the use of magic with really bad news. In your insect form, you fit easily through the hole in the tree. As you buzz around inside the tree, you notice a rope dangling from above. You decide to get out of the tree before the spell wears off. They're of no use. You've reached the porch of a shack built in the branches of the oak tree. You'd better be careful. Whoever dwells beyond that doorway may not take kindly to unexpected visitors. Better not. Perhaps you shouldn't just barge in. Picking off. You overhear snatches of the two bandits' conversation.
Squirmed just like a pig. And that rope you rigged inside that big oak tree works great. Now nobody here will find our hideout. Why? I'll bet you that wizard.
Wench! Come over here, more ale!
So ends my fun. My flight's now done.
Your spell is wearing off. You feel around inside the hollow tree and discover a rope stretching up into the tree. You pull it and, to your amazement, a rope ladder falls from the branches above. You've reached the porch of a shack built in the branches of the oak tree. You'd better be careful. Whoever dwells beyond that doorway may not take kindly to unexpected visitors. Your spell... Perhaps you shouldn't just barge in. You feel... You pull it, and, to your amazement... You've reached the porch of a shack built in the branches of the oak tree. You'd better be careful. Whoever dwells beyond that doorway may not take kindly to unexpected visitors. Perhaps you shouldn't just barge. You... A rough opening in the planks serves as the doorway to this ramshackle treehouse. A hole cut into the side acts as a window. Though you can see little of the interior, there seems to be a figure sleeping in a chair. You have entered the treehouse. A sleeping bandit slumps face down on the table, occasionally stirring. Take care not to get too close, or you might wake him.
So ends my...
Your spell... You very carefully lift the coin purse off the table, practically from under the sleeping bandit's nose. You eagerly peek inside the soft leather coin purse and discover it contains some shiny gold coins. You may want to count them. The purse contains some gold coins.
Good day to you, young man. What can I do for you?
Greetings. What have you for sale?
I have many an item that might interest you. For instance, you might wish to purchase a leather pouch, very suitable for carrying things in, as you might expect.
Indeed. Anything else?
I have numerous consumables that you may wish to acquire. Take a look at the shelf behind me. See if there's anything you would like.
I'd like to purchase something.
Certainly. Take a look at the items on the shelf behind me.
You count out 10 coins and give them to the shopkeeper. You count out 4 coins and give them to the shopkeeper. You count out 5 coins and give them to the shopkeeper. You count out 8 coins and give them to the shopkeeper.
Tell me, good storekeep, what news is there of the outside world?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't keep up much with current events. I have my own concerns, what with my work and family. I don't need any more from anywhere else spoiling my day.
In that case, anything new happening around here?
Around Ludor? 'Tis the same old town as it has always been. Ships come in, ships go out. People come in, people go out. Money comes in, and I'd prefer not to think on the next part.
If you don't mind my asking, how many in your family?
I have about 6 children.
About? Aren't you sure?
I am but the breadwinner of my household. I spend most of my day, each day, tending my shop. If my dearest says that I have 6 children, then who am I to argue with her?
How long have you been married?
10 years.
Happily?
The first marriage was an enjoyable time. The second marriage helped to pass the time. The third was a total waste of time.
And now?
I have not the desire to spoil my present union with the binds of legal matrimony. Why ruin a perfectly good relationship?
What do you know about Manannan?
The shopkeeper appears a little uncomfortable at the mention of the wizard's name.
I would rather not be discussing the likes of him. Not out loud, anyway. He has a way of knowing what's going on in this town. He can see things only a wizard could see.
Yes. Or he knows how to use a telescope.
Besides, he's in charge around here. So long as we stay quiet and peaceful and do as we're asked, no harm will come to us. You should know that, my young man.
Oh, I do. More than you could know. What sort of curfews does Manannan have on the townspeople?
The usual. No noise after nightfall, bed before the 20th hour, no festivities at any time. Nothing unreasonable, I should think.
Especially when saying otherwise means...
Exactly.
Are you keeping well?
As well as can be expected. Aside from the shakes I get from time to time, the sores, the dizziness, the headaches, and the ringing in my ears, I'm doing quite well.
I'm... glad to hear it.
Of course, I'm fine when I don't think on my past wives.
You have nothing further to discuss with the storekeep.
What'll it be for you, sir? A good pull of ale? Or you rather a dram of rum? My, ain't you the handsome one?
This instrument looks out of place here.
Wench, come over here, more ale.
Can I help you there?
Just wondering where this instrument came from.
Young man used to come in here a long time ago. About your age, according to me daddy. Had that thing he liked to play. Seemed to make him happy.
The barmaid looks like she can handle anything from rowdy patrons to sneaky thieves. Better not press your luck.
The loot made this young man happy?
Nah, he ain't done it for the money. Just like to play is all. You know, entertain the customers.
Who was he?
Don't rightly remember. I was only a wee mite then. Think he lived with the wizard, though I might be mistaken.
Why does the loot now hang on the wall?
One day the young man stopped coming over. Daddy found the instrument lying just outside. Said it was real weird how the air around it smelt all smoky, though there weren't no fire about. Anyway, he put it on the wall, in case the man should come back for it.
Do you think he will?
Hard to say. No one's seen him in years.
May I borrow the loot?
You one of them musy types?
Yes, I am.
I like a man who explores his creative side.
Indeed, I'd very much like to practice with it.
Of course you can have it.
Thank you.
If you agree to play for the establishment.
You want me to play for you?
You're catching on good.
I don't think that I'm ready to perform publicly.
Oh, go on. We ain't had a good performance round here for years.
I couldn't. Really.
Well, the loot will be there if you change your mind.
What do you sell here?
For you, I'd sell more than this here tavern offers. But me husband won't be appreciating that.
I meant, what beverages do you serve?
What's that?
Drinks. What drinks do you serve?
Oh, now you be talking me language.
Somehow you doubt you could ever be talking her language.
This place can sell you the finest liquor the land has to offer.
Anything else?
What else is there? Ale and rum, of course. You're a cutie, you know.
I'll give it a try.
Wonderful.
I'm a bit rusty.
You sure are.
Can I have the loot now?
Wouldn't feel right giving it to someone who's not musy enough. Sorry.
Toad spittle is unpleasant stuff, to say the least. The jar is filled with liquefied musical talent. You start to feel creative, inspired, and ready to play your heart out. You might say you feel musically inspired.
I'm ready to play.
Wonderful.
When you look upon me, you see only stone, but the soul left within me's my own. Touch me with song, my pain is gone.
That sure was the best performance I've heard.
When was the last one?
There wasn't a last one. That was the first performance I've ever heard. My daddy told me all about the last boy who played here.
When was that?
About 17 years ago. Anyhow, you played so well just now. I see no reason not to let you have the thing.
Thank you.
You pull out your magic map. You feel a strange pulling sensation.
How long were you in the town, Coop? Just over a year. The wizard nabbed me after I made 2 centuries. What? You're not that old. In eggs, dear. Oh, I thought you meant your batting average.
You're carrying a handful of coarse grains of salt. The warm porridge.
I am ravenous. Fix me something immediately.
Manannan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnarled fingers on the table. You'd better feed him quickly, or dire consequences may result.
Master?
What is it?
Have you any family?
What do you care of that subject?
You've been the closest thing that I have to a father.
As close as the heavens are to your grasp.
And I was pondering on the members of my extended family. If there are any.
Not that it is of any concern to you, but I have a sister and a brother. Neither would be remotely interested in knowing a common servant.
Of course, it was foolish of me. Why would they wish to know a lowly urchin?
Exactly, though you flatter yourself. My sister would find you too ugly, and my brother would find you too male.
You begin to think that Manannan isn't the social type.
Personally, I think you'd make a better scullery maid than what you pass yourself off as now.
Manannan does not appear in much of a talkative mood at the moment. Conversing with him further might be unwise.